Hey everyone, welcome to today's video about the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery Lego set. Before I get into the video, if I could ask everyone to like and subscribe, that would be amazing, thank you. The price for this set is £169.99 with a part count of 2,354, meaning the price per piece is 7.2 pence. The set number is 10283 and it was released in April 2021. The age for this set is 18 plus. The category is icons. So the box is at home and I'm at university at the moment, so I'll just put some pictures up. So as you can see, it's got the classic icons brick built trim along the bottom, with the classic black background, with the photo of the two items which can be built on the set. The back of the box shows a variety of pictures of the real shuttle as well as the dimensions of the set, and a couple of photos showing different ways of displaying the set. I have mine laid out like the Hubble in the actual shuttle, because I think it looks better, and it's also more space efficient as I am running out of space. So this is the manual. It's quite a thick manual, as it's quite a big set. So there's quite a bit at the start talking about the set, so if you want to pause just to read them, be my guest. So then it shows you how many bags there are, so there's 17 bags in total, and then some more words before getting into the actual set. So this set was before the slider along the bottom, so there's none of that. It's quite easy to follow. I quite like the black background. I think it makes it pop a little bit better. Makes it slightly easier to read. It's quite a nice, easy manual, just with some photos showing in the back of the different mechanisms. So then these are the actual sets. I'll just start by saying they are very entertaining builds. Seeing them raised from the bottom up is very, very, very cool. Seeing how like the wings form. So I study aerospace engineering, so this was very, very cool for me. Just seeing it all come together. Seeing the different parts that I've been studying through my degree, which was quite cool. So about the Hubble, if you've built the 92176 Saturn V shuttle, it will be quite familiar in pieces, so there's a lot of techniques that have been used on the entirety of that, which have been used on this as well. So with the Saturn V being quite repetitive, if you've done that, this will be repetitive again. The other minor thing that I didn't quite like about this, so these are just thin pieces of plastic, which are a little weak. I would have preferred them to be like the ISS, where they've been actually brick built. Just makes it a little bit stronger. But other than that, I think it's perfect. The different ways you can lay it about, the lens in the front. I just think it's a very, very well built set, and it's very easy to put back on its stand as well, which I'll get into later. So actually onto the Discovery. It's quite cool, but again with the being similar to other sets. So if you built the 10497 Galaxy Explorer, the first couple of steps of this will be quite familiar, as well as building the whole shape of the base is almost identical to that set. However, this is wider and longer, so from all of this bit is a lot longer than on the other set, so this is probably better and more entertaining, but they are very, very similar if you have built them before. So there are quite a few really clever techniques used on this. So to move the elevons, you rotate the rear wing, the rear engine, which is pretty cool. And how they've managed to do that out of a Lego set is quite mind-boggling, really. The other really quite cool thing about this set is, so this comes out, so the whole of the cockpit you can remove quite easily. There's no studs in there, so it literally just pulls out. So you can see where the 4 people would sit, and then on the mid deck you can see it's very, very detailed. So you can see the exit hatches just in there. You can see where they would have to leave, and just the amount of detail they managed to get in the small area is very, very cool. And just the way they've used the snot tiles to create the seats was quite cool. The one criticism I have of the plaques is, so rather than being incorporated onto the stands, it would have been much nicer just to have them incorporated so that they're just standalone, which is it's okay, but it's just a bit awkward really. So there's some other really, really cool techniques about this set. So just when it is turned upside down, you can see that the wheels are here, and here. But with a simple push of this, they pop straight up and then just pop in just as easily. They have to be put in manually. There's no mechanism for that, but quite a cool little push mechanism to get those in. The other big downside for this set for me is, you see these 2 holes here, that's where the stand slots in. So if you're doing it upside down, it's quite simple to put in, but if you have the base on the table, and trying to locate the holes is quite a challenge. So if you don't want to rotate the set upside down, it is very hard to push them in, unlike with the Hubble where it literally just slots on. So for this set, a total of 30 stickers have been used. I believe most of them could have been print pieces. So the most difficult ones are the ones inside here. So these are very, very fiddly and very easy to mess up. But it could have been quite easy probably just to print those. These ones here aren't too difficult. So these are printed here. But I think most of them could have been printed. And it would have made this set significantly better. As these were so hard to place, I had to get a couple of them up, and it's just creased in a couple of areas. It's just a little bit frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. But would have been much better without it. So the dimensions for this set are 21 centimeters tall, 34 centimeters wide, and 54 centimeters deep. The total length of time for this build, it took me about 3 hours, but I was rushing with it as I was recording. So it's probably going to be closer to 4 or 5 hours for a proper build, if you're trying to enjoy it. I would really recommend this for pretty much anybody. It is almost a perfect set. There's a few little niggles with it, as I've said, but it's pretty damn perfect. So I'll now move on to the time lapse. Enjoy.